Have you noticed sticker shock when you go out to buy certain supplements? A bottle of NMN, for example, can set you back $100. But what if a chunk of that high price is being kept artificially high by the very platform you're watching right now? YouTube's content policies, meant to keep us safe, are having an unintended chilling effect on information about supplements like NMN. This isn't a conspiracy theory. It's a story of so-called good intentions leading to bad outcomes. This platform is creating an information bottleneck, a digital wall that quietly limits what you're allowed to see. Don't believe me? After the FDA's recent decision that NMN did indeed meet the definition of a dietary supplement, reversing their previous decision from 3 years ago, I thought NMN content would again get pushed out to more viewers by YouTube. But after waiting a month, I asked Google's AI a simple question. Why does YouTube limit the reach of NMN content? Google's response was chilling. They stated openly and bluntly, YouTube limits the reach of content about nicotinamide mononucleotide, NMN, due to its strict policies on health and medical claims. They went on to say the restrictions stem from NMN's controversial regulatory history and the lack of robust long-term human studies proving its anti-aging benefits. This is the same algorithm that, when prompted, will list a laundry list of NMN health benefits supported by clinical trials over the past several years. So instead of allowing the sharing of open discussion and even debate about this popular ingredient, even in the face of the FDA now fully defining it as a dietary supplement with an unblemished safety record, they have instituted a continued bottleneck of NMN information. And that bottleneck stifles competition, slows down the dissemination of clinical study data, and ultimately hits you right in the wallet. All this thanks to YouTube's quiet content suppression, in the end, negatively impacting the price you pay for your health. Let's quickly recap what NMN is. It's a molecule your body uses to create NAD+, which is critical for cellular energy and DNA repair. As we age, NAD+ levels drop, and the scientific theory is that boosting them with NMN can support healthier aging. NMN exists in healthy foods and is completely safe to consume. I've been taking it myself for the past 4 years, and my health has never been better. My mother in her 80s takes it. My stepfather in his 90s takes it. NMN was popularized by Harvard scientist David Sinclair, who kicked off a modern-day gold rush by talking about this supplement everywhere. The NMN market exploded, but then things got messy. As I said before, in late 2022, the FDA suddenly declared NMN could no longer be marketed as a dietary supplement due to a legal technicality. A pharmaceutical company was already studying a form of NMN as a potential drug, triggering what's called the FDA's drug preclusion clause. Chaos erupted. Major retailers were pressured to pull NMN from their shelves. Grocery and vitamin store chains, right on the cusp of stocking NMN, pulled back at the last moment. But the Natural Products Association and key brands like DoNotAge.org fought back, filing a lawsuit against the FDA, leading to that major reversal in September of 2025, when the FDA finally confirmed NMN is not excluded from being a dietary supplement. It was a huge win for consumers, but the damage on YouTube was already done. While the FDA was going back and forth, YouTube's algorithms began flagging NMN content. Even after the FDA's reversal, the problem persists. YouTube's health policies are strict for good reason, to stop dangerous misinformation. But NMN, with its complicated legal past, got caught in these broad, blunt force algorithmic nets. This is a YouTube policy that struggles with nuance. Creators like myself are afraid that just by talking about NMN, our videos will be flagged and their reach significantly slowed. And when creators get scared, we stop creating. This leads to an information vacuum. I've continued to talk about NMN even through the entire 3-year so-called ban period in an attempt to reach as many people as I could. But even now that the ban debate is finally resolved, YouTube still hasn't stopped censoring NMN content. So, How does YouTube censorship make you pay more for supplements? It's a direct chain of economic cause and effect. First, that information vacuum hurts consumer education. When a topic is algorithmically buried, you're robbed of the chance to learn the science, hear different opinions, and hearing firsthand from thousands of people out there who comment about their own experiences taking NMN. This creates an environment where the NMN market remains highly concentrated, meaning there are no economies of scale pushing prices down. It's economics 101. Competition drives prices down. When you aren't being showed affordable alternatives, supplement brands have little incentive to lower their prices. I've made videos about prices going down that have been suppressed by YouTube. Look, NMN is expensive for legitimate reasons. The raw ingredients aren't cheap, and ensuring its purity adds to the cost. But on top of that, we have the hidden cost of information suppression. The lack of open discussion on huge platforms like this one contributes to a market that's inefficient and less competitive. The bottleneck effect on creators prevents a dynamic marketplace of ideas, which then prevents a dynamic marketplace of products. We're left in a world where prices stay stubbornly high. The price you pay for that bottle of NMN isn't just for the stuff inside, it's a censorship tax. And this isn't just about NMN. The same principle applies to any new supplement when platforms overcorrect like this. The solution here isn't to get rid of moderation. It's to demand smarter, more nuanced policies from YouTube. An algorithm that can tell the difference between a dangerous medical claim and a good faith discussion of science. While I continue the fight to get NMN content out there, you can save on NMN by registering as a VIP for the DoNotAge Black Friday sale, which kicks off November 10th. DoNotAge supported the winning effort to keep NMN on the market as a supplement. If you do order from DoNotAge, be sure to use my code PULSE and save an additional 10% on top of those Black Friday deals. Look, I really want to hear from you about this topic. Have you had a hard time finding good information about NMN? Have you seen NMN prices and wondered why they don't come down? Drop a comment below. By having this conversation out in the open, we can start to push back against the censorship. The free flow of information is essential for a fair market that actually works for consumers. Thanks for watching and supporting this channel.